What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Omnisynsei is back with a brand new Naruto series. Welcome to What If Kid Naruto Was Trained by the Ghosts of Dead Hokages. Hokage Legacy Part 1. If you enjoy genius and cunning Naruto, not the goofy and gutsy Naruto we all know and love, then you are definitely going to enjoy this one. This is an AU story. In this story, there will be some changes in personality and or strength or popularity. Just another day as Naruto Uzumaki, but this time something is different. He meets the ghosts of the previous Hokage. With his goal of being the strongest, how will he take advantage of this? In a place known as Konoha, or the village hidden in the leaves, there was an academy. The academy was a white building with red and orange features. At this academy, most of the students were screaming with joy. But there was this other kid's name was Naruto Uzumaki. He had failed the academy test again. There was always one jutsu he could never get. Or that's what he liked to say, although in reality, he couldn't get any of them. The one jutsu he could never get was the clone jutsu. This was a simple jutsu that required extremely little chakra, so it was easy for kids to learn. After failing again, he decided to do one of his favorite things. This was one of the only things he found enjoyable in his miserable life. Right now Naruto was on a rope hanging next to 4 faces. These were known as the Great Hokage Stone Faces. At this moment the boy was painting ferociously on these faces. At the moment he was on the second Hokage's face. He was using a blue color paint because of how it stood out. Before he could really get started, he heard a scream. "Stop painting my face, you ungrateful brat." Hearing the scream, Naruto was startled and almost fell off the hanging rope, which was extremely far off the ground. Naruto then looked up and saw somebody staring at him. The person's face was extremely white and had 3 red markings on it, and had silver hair. As for his outfit, he wore blue armor with some type of fur at the back, and he also wore a very strange headband. "Oh brother, you take things too seriously. It's not like we're not dead, just let the boy do what he wants." This person who spoke had darker skin with black hair. He wore red armor and looked to be a nice funny gut. "Who cares if we're dead? We are supposed to be respected. That's why these stone faces were built," said the silver-haired man again. The third person just laughed nervously and scratched the back of his head, but he could only think, "I wish my son wasn't so disrespectful." This man had yellow hair and blue eyes, and wore a yellow jacket with the red markings spelling Hokage, which was flapping in the wind. Naruto was shocked. He thought they were the previous Hokage, but that couldn't be. They were all dead. "Who are you?" The boy barely got out while stuttering. All the others turned their head to Naruto in shock. "You can see US." They all screamed in unison. They were legitimately shocked. In all the time they were here, nobody could see them. They tried to move expecting it not to work, like all the years before then. But something different happened. They moved. Before Naruto arrived, they had not been able to move a muscle. But now they could. "This kid is amazing," they all thought. After calming down, they asked Naruto to come up and have a conversation. Not knowing what to do, Naruto agreed to come up. After all the years, both Hashirama and Tobirama got to know Minato and became good friends. Once up there, Hashirama spoke first. "Let's introduce ourselves. I'll go first. My name is Hashirama Senju, and I'm the first Hokage." Tobirama went next. "My name is Tobirama Senju. I'm Hashirama's brother, and also the second Hokage." Minato was the one to go next. "My name is Minato Namikaze, and I am the 4th Hokage. Nice to meet you." Now Naruto was extremely shocked but also happy. These were the Hokage after all. Hello, my name is Naruto Uzumaki, and I am going to be the greatest Hokage ever." All of them nodded. Minato spoke next. "So son, how have you been since my death? What's happened with the 9 tails?" Naruto just stared at him for a second. "Son, and what about the 9 tails? What's that got to do with me?" Minato was shocked. Did Hiruzen not tell him or anybody about the 9 tails? And did he not even tell him I was his father? "Well Naruto, you are what I called a Jinchuriki. That is when you hold the power of a tailed beast in your body. In your case it's the 9 tails," said Tobirama before Minato could. Then Tobirama added, "And the 4th Hokage is your father, the one who sealed it inside of you." Naruto couldn't even speak right now, but managed to get something out. "So that's why everybody hates me. Why would you do that to your own son?" Minato was also very surprised. "Hate him? Naruto, what do you mean hate you? Everybody hates me because of you. Because of the stupid fox. I'm sorry. I thought they would think of you as a hero, not a demon." Minato was ashamed of himself. He made his child go through hell because of his mistakes. Hashirama now tried to get the talk back to positive. "Naruto, you are not the fox. Don't let what other people think get in your way. You're going to be Hokage, right?" This brought Naruto's mood up a little. "So how are you doing in the academy?" asked Tobirama as he could see it was still going on. "Terrible. I can't get any of the jutsu right, plus they're that stupid Sasuke. All the Hokage nodded their heads. It seemed Sasuke made him stop being angry about the whole Nine Tails incident. Who's Sasuke? Asked Minato. He is the best at the academy and all the girls like him, because he's the last of the Uchiha clan or whatever. The words last Uchiha made Tobirama jump for joy and excitement, which pissed Hashirama off. Brother, I told you to quit that. Tobirama stopped immediately. They continued to talk about things that had happened until Naruto came up with an amazing idea. He stood up and said, if I want to be Hokage, why don't you teach me? I could become the strongest. Minato was instantly on board. He had to make up for what he did some way. Plus he was his son, so he had no reason not to. Hashirama also agreed, saying he had no reason not to, and because the other joined, Tobirama did also. Sure, why not? They all said. Before Naruto could even jump for joy, Iruka came up. Naruto, clean this up right now. Naruto was in a good mood, so he started without throwing any type of fit. After cleaning the Hokage faces, he went home. Iruka asked Naruto if he wanted any ramen, but he was so excited he even skipped that. On the walk home, he and the Hokage didn't say a word, just in case anybody heard them. Once Naruto got to his house, the Hokage walked in. Once inside, they were instantly surprised. It was so dirty, smelly, and just all around gross. Naruto, do you live here alone? Asked Hashirama in an odd tone. Naruto sat down and answered, yeah, old Gramps gives me some money every month, and I live off that. Tobirama looked around and reached around, and dust came from almost everything. How long have you lived here? Naruto thought a moment before responding. For a while, around 5 or 6. But an Anbu with a dog mask comes over sometimes. Both Minato and Tobirama's blood was boiling. Tobirama was mad because of multiple reasons, but mostly that he wouldn't even take care of the person with the most amount of military power in your whole village. How big of an idiot was he? Minato was mad because Naruto was his son, and he asked Hiruzen to take care of him. But instead of that, he put him in an apartment at 5. If he wasn't a ghost, he would have probably killed Hiruzen. Now that the Hokage were in his apartment, he began to get excited. So what fancy super awesome exciting jutsu will I be learning? You won't be learning any amazing jutsu right now. We will be learning the basics. Naruto got a little depressed at that. So, what are the basics? Chakra control, knowledge, basic genjutsu, and maybe basic sealing. Naruto didn't like the answer, but if it was from the Hokage, then it was probably correct. So when will we start? All the Hokage thought a moment before Minato said, we will start tomorrow. Get some rest, it's getting late. Naruto then went to bed. If you were most people, the night would be quiet. But for Naruto Uzumaki, you could hear whispers all through the night. The next day after waking up, he walked out of his room expecting to make ramen. But instead, when he woke up, he smelled a plethora of amazing smells. He then ran to the kitchen to see his dad making breakfast. He sat down at the table and waited. In around 3 minutes, the food was ready. It was an omelette. Naruto ate it in record time, maybe even faster than he eats ramen. After eating, he was fully awake. Tobirama came up to him. We have discussed and came up with a schedule for you. In 2 days the academy starts again, and in basically 6 months it's time for graduation. So we have 6 months to make you a ninja. Schedule -knowledge with Tobirama -chakra control with Hashirama -ninjutsu with Minato -taijutsu, and weapons fighting with Tobirama -genjutsu, and medical with Hashirama -basic. Sealing with Minato. Looking at the schedule, Naruto was confused. Isn't this too much to just pass the academy? Tobirama laughed. I don't care if you pass the academy with a perfect score. If you don't pass our tests, you won't become a ninja. All the Hokage would have a test, and if Naruto didn't pass them, he would have to not become a ninja. And after consideration, we decided to teach you a jutsu that will be beneficial. But you may not use it without our permission, understand? Naruto nodded his head very fast. He couldn't wait to learn this jutsu. The jutsu will be the multi-shadow clone jutsu. This is normally a forbidden jutsu because of the chakra cost. But with the 9 tails, you could pull it off. This made Naruto very excited. He could learn a jutsu. Now for starters, use the regular clone jutsu. Naruto put his hands together in perfect confidence that he could do it. But the clone came out as white as a ghost. Tobirama was dumbfounded. He can't even make a clone. What are they teaching at the academy? Hashirama instantly understood the problem. He has so much chakra that he can't lower it enough to make a simple clone. Tobirama nodded and then explained how to make the shadow clone and multi-shadow clone jutsu. After a couple of hours it was completed, and Naruto could make shadow clones. Next, it was time for knowledge. Tobirama made Naruto go to the library to get some particular books. They were all history related. He also got a bingo book which Tobirama helped sneak out. Once getting home, he looked at all the books. How would he read all these? Make clones, and read the first book, The Life of a Shinobi and the Rules They Should Live By. He opened it, and he and his clones started reading. There were a total of 8 shinobi rules. Well, there were more, but Tobirama said these were the important ones. the rest were just opinions, and had nothing to do with a shinobi's actual life and killing. Shinobi Rules 1. When in danger you must not reveal anything involuntarily. 2. A shinobi must prepare before it is too late. 3. See your opponent before they see you. 4. A shinobi must see the hidden meanings within the hidden meanings. 5. Hone your reflexes. People are often killed without them realizing it. 6. A shinobi must always put his village before himself. 7. Hesitation is death. 8. The failures or successes of one affect the whole. These were the shinobi rules that were the most important. He continued to read the book, which he hated. It was about the rules that each shinobi lives by. An example would be an alive target is a dangerous target among many other things. Naruto next had to read the bingo book. He was fascinated by the S-class shinobi, but Tobirama insisted that he read the lower classes more because they would be easier to forget. After reading a little he put it down. Tobirama then asked an easy one, who is on page 56 in the bingo book. Naruto responded quickly. He learned fast not to slack around with Tobirama. Kakuzu of 1,000 Hearts. He is an S-class ninja who is said to be unkillable, and a master in all 5 chakra natures. This was Tobirama's hope. If he knew most ninjas' identity, he would have a better chance of finding a weakness. Tobirama let a smirk slip across his face. After doing all the training with Tobirama, Naruto went out to go train with Hashirama. This lesson would be about chakra control. Because of Naruto's large amount of chakra, he cannot control it well. Right now Naruto and Hashirama were in a forest-type area near a lake that Naruto used to fish at. They had been walking for a while, but now Hashirama had stopped and turned to Naruto. This is where we will be working on chakra control. Naruto nodded in understanding. Because of your large amount of chakra, I have asked Lord Fourth to make some chakra suppressing seals to lower your chakra amount, he said as he pulled out tons of seals, put them on. Not very long later Naruto was covered in tons of seals. But even with them, Naruto had quite a bit more chakra than people his age. Well, this should do, said Hashirama handing him some leaves. Try to stick as many of these on your body as possible. Naruto retorted, this is the same boring thing Iruka tells us to do. You're the Hokage, you should be cooler. Hashirama expected such a response from Naruto. You are not ready for the cool stuff yet. I'm trying to get you to where you can learn cool stuff, so just work with me. Naruto didn't like it, but did what he said. With all the suppressing seals on Naruto, it was much easier to control his chakra, because he was used to such a large amount. On the first try, he stuck 15 leaves on his body. This was only lower than a few people in his class. What an improvement. He tried again and again, and eventually could get 20 on him. It really was amazing to have a Hokage teach you. Hashirama, noticing he was getting better, removed some of the seals and increased Naruto's chakra. Try now. We will keep doing this until we can see exactly how much chakra you have control of. Then you will know how much you can use. Naruto nodded his head excitedly. He was happy with his progress. Hashirama continued to take off seals, increasing Naruto's supply even more until his control got bad. After seeing his limit, Hashirama told Naruto to stop. Hashirama then placed the seals back. I will now be teaching you the tree walking exercise. It's simple and very useful, but harder to learn than you would think. Come on, I already know how to climb a tree. This is stupid, shouted Naruto as he was about to climb a tree as proof. I don't mean normally. I mean only using your feet. Using chakra, of course. This interested Naruto. How? Hashirama smiled and responded, put the chakra at the bottom of your feet, and use it to stick to a tree. Hearing this, Naruto instantly got started. He put as much chakra as he could at the bottom of his feet, while still wearing the seals. He thought the more chakra you put into it, the more you would stick. Oh, how wrong he was. As soon as he put his foot on the tree, the bark snapped, creating a huge foothold in the tree. Use less chakra, too much will make it break, but too little and you won't stick. You have to get it right. Naruto took a deep breath and started again. He put his foot on the tree and lifted his other foot up and on the tree. He was standing on the tree, but not for long. He soon slipped and fell on his face. Ah, that hurt. This is hard. Naruto shouted and complained. Hashirama started laughing. It was funny watching somebody so helpless and useless. He continued training and eventually got it down in a few hours. He would still mess up occasionally, but that would be fixed soon and wouldn't require much work to help complete. Overall, Hashirama was okay with how things turned out for this lesson. After training in chakra control with Hashirama, it was time to do some basic sealing with Minato. Naruto knew nothing about sealing, so he didn't know where to start asking questions. Was there even any cool seals? Naruto wondered. Minato told him to sit down and grab a piece of paper. Naruto did so. Because sealing requires very good chakra control, you won't be making any seals right now, but instead learning how to write basic things like the writing for the seals and such. Because they need to be very exact, it would be helpful to also have your clones work on this too. Naruto was not the happiest about learning this, but he would do anything to become Hokage, so he would just endure. Naruto then created 10 shadow clones, and they were all ready to start. First, we will write the basics to around 80% of all seals. This is the most useful thing you could know in sealing. Minato drew the base seal, which looked like a circle surrounded by some squiggly lines. But it was much more than that. If you even got the squiggly line wrong by 1 centimeter, it could ruin the whole seal. Which is why this is the most important part. All 10 clones drew the seal and then stopped. The 4th Hokage looked at them and was surprised. They were pretty good for the first time. As expected from my son, Minato couldn't help but think, not bad for the first time. We will continue to work on this until I think it's sufficient. The clones did continue to work on it for hours, until Naruto's father found it acceptable and told him to move on. The next part was another base seal. It was just less common. This was an X-shaped cross with a line in the middle, all written in kanji. This was less difficult, so Naruto and his clones got it down much quicker. The experience from last time also helped. Minato noticed it was out of time, so he told Naruto to head back to Tobirama for Taijutsu training. After doing the boring sealing practice, Naruto headed to Tobirama for Taijutsu training. He was actually excited about this because this would be his first practice that would actually improve his skills, or at least that's what he thought. Once Naruto arrived at his house, Tobirama told him to follow him. They didn't walk long until they were in a secluded area. Tobirama turned around and told Naruto to get into the Taijutsu position he was taught. Tobirama was shocked. It was terrible he didn't have anything correct. Is this exactly what they taught you? Naruto nodded, but Tobirama doubted it. There was no way the academy he created would use such terrible teachings. Well, it looks like we have a lot of things we need to fix. Tobirama corrected his form and told him to keep going in and out of that form to get used to it. Naruto did so, but after a few minutes, he started to complain. Just teach me how to fight already. Form doesn't even matter. Tobirama got mad at the comment and responded, fine, if you can dodge my attack or get me into a position where you would have hit me, I will teach you any type of fighting you want. Tobirama knew there was no way for Naruto to dodge his attacks or attack him, even if he held back 90%, which he was going to do unless Naruto made him madder. Naruto grinned, thinking he would 100% dodge all of the attacks. Tobirama picked up a stick and swung it around a few times. They both got into position. Tobirama swung the stick, which slammed into Naruto a few dozen times in a matter of seconds. Naruto was dazed and couldn't respond, so Tobirama attacked again and again until Naruto attacked. The attack was so predictable it almost hurt Tobirama to watch. But he simply dodged the attack and hit him again with the stick, which made Naruto start to fall to the ground. Before he hit the floor, Naruto sent a kick upwards at Tobirama, who used the stick to block the attack. He was surprised by the unpredictability of that attack. Most ninja would not use something like that because of how vulnerable it left them afterward. But it seemed Naruto didn't care about such things. That could be useful later. The fight went on only a few minutes more, with Naruto getting beaten to a pulp. If Tobirama had to give the idiot something, it was that he didn't give up easily. Finally, Naruto collapsed to the ground, unable to move. Now, do you believe me about how the form is a very important part of battle? Naruto got up, groaning, holding the back of his head. Yes, sensei, I understand, he said in a somewhat sad tone. But after getting beat, Naruto started practicing again. Naruto had a terrible form that couldn't be fixed immediately, so Tobirama decided to at least get him started on something he could do to improve quickly. Naruto, come here. Naruto immediately came up to Tobirama. Anything was better than the practice he was doing. I have an idea on something to teach you. Because of your form, you are very predictable, but whenever you throw that away, you become spontaneous and hard to understand. If we use this, you could have a style almost nobody could predict if you master it. This made Naruto very excited. Does that mean I won't have to do any more form training? Naruto hated the form training. It was so boring. No, we will still practice that, but we will also practice in this new form. It's always good to have more than one way to fight. Naruto understood. Tobirama's instructions were very simple. Land a hit on him using any means necessary. This meant anything, whether it be weapons or dirt, everything was in play. Once the fight started, Naruto charged at Tobirama and used a barrage of attacks. Punches, kicks, knees, anything you could think of. As expected, Hokage Tobirama dodged or parried every attack. Naruto threw some dirt up at Tobirama, hoping to block his field of view. Behind the dirt, Naruto threw a punch which was parried and sent Naruto in the air. Using the momentum of the prairie, Naruto used a strange type of move to kick down at Tobirama, who of course dodged it with ease. Although Tobirama dodged it, he would say no genin and most chunin wouldn't have been able to dodge such an attack. Good job, Naruto, not bad. But for now, let's get back to your Taijutsu forms. The hours carried on with Naruto swapping between fighting and form training until Tobirama's practice was over. Next would be the medical ninjutsu and Genjutsu training with Hashirama, the first Hokage. Naruto wasn't too happy about learning both Genjutsu and medical ninjutsu. He believed that the time would be better spent on ninjutsu or even Taijutsu forms. He would soon learn how useful it could be. Naruto reached the place Hashirama had wanted Naruto to come to. Once there, Hashirama began speaking. If I had to guess, I would say you won't have a good affinity for either Genjutsu or medical ninjutsu, considering the chakra control it takes. But it's still good to know a little. Naruto groaned. At first he thought he would get to skip this boring part, but it looks like he didn't have enough luck. What is the point in learning this anyway? Hashirama then told Naruto of all the uses that both Genjutsu and medical ninjutsu had. After listening to what Hashirama said, Naruto didn't find it as big of a waste of time and began training. Hashirama explained that he would learn how to break a simple Genjutsu, and Naruto's training began. Ugh, why can't I get this? Naruto said, falling backward. He was trying to do some basic medical ninjutsu, but he couldn't even coat his hands in the correct amount of chakra. Naruto, calm down. Just coat your hands in chakra. Think of it as a protective barrier, Hashirama said calmly. Naruto had been practicing this for quite some time, but was making almost no progress, so Hashirama decided to move on. He didn't expect any progress to begin with. Okay Naruto, now we will move on to Genjutsu. Genjutsu can be an extremely dangerous style if you're good at it, but right now you probably won't be able to use any Genjutsu, so we will work on dispelling Genjutsu. Now Hashirama had to explain the ways to dispel Genjutsu. There are multiple ways to break out of a Genjutsu. The first way is to disrupt your flow. If disrupted enough, can break the caster's influence. This Genjutsu dissipation or Genjutsu reversal can be done if they know they are under a Genjutsu. The second way is to cause pain not brought by the Genjutsu. This will bring back their senses and break out of the Genjutsu. Also, having a Dijutsu or using a vision obstruction technique can make it much harder for a Genjutsu to be cast. Hashirama explained some more uncommon ways of breaking a Genjutsu before getting started. Because Hashirama couldn't use any type of jutsu, as they would only work in the spirit realm, he took Naruto to a place he once cast an eternal Genjutsu. Once arriving there, Naruto was put in a Genjutsu. It was pretty weak and not hard to break out of. All it did was impair your vision a little, nothing too serious. Naruto didn't even know he was under a Genjutsu, until he was told he really had no talent for this. I want you to try the Genjutsu dissipation method first. Naruto then started moving his chakra around, and then placed his fingers on his neck. First there was no effect. Even if his chakra control was better, it still wasn't great. Training went on until with enough concentration, Naruto could break out of the Genjutsu in a few seconds. They would definitely need to continue practicing harder if they wanted to make much progress. But considering Naruto's poor chakra control, it could have been worse, but not much. After training with Hashirama, it was Naruto's most awaited moment, ninjutsu. He would finally learn how to take down mountains, split the seas, and cut the sky. Or at least that's what he expected. Unfortunately, that wasn't reality. Naruto was now sitting in front of Minato ready for instructions on the strongest S-rank jutsu. Minato pulled out a piece of paper. Most people have chakra that has an affinity to one of the 5 elements nature transformations. To find out what affinity someone has, pieces of paper that are made from a special type of tree are used to react to the slightest hint of chakra in any number of ways, depending on the nature latent in the chakra. If you have a fire element, the paper will catch on fire and turn into ash. If you have wind, the paper will be cut in half. If you have lightning, the paper will wrinkle. If you have earth, the paper will crumble away. If you have water, the paper will become damp. Understand? Naruto nodded his head and couldn't wait to find out what amazing chakra nature he had. Minato then handed him the piece of paper and told him to put a small amount of chakra into the paper. Naruto put some chakra in, the paper split in half, and one side became damp. Yeah, so that means I have wind and water, correct? Minato nodded his head. He wasn't too surprised considering his and Kushina's affinities. Okay, very cool. But you won't be working on any elemental jutsu today. Instead, you will be learning the 3 jutsu required in the academy. The transformation jutsu, the clone jutsu, and the substitution jutsu. This made Naruto upset. Why am I learning these? I know 2 of them from the academy, and I now have shadow clones. Why do I need regular ones? Well, you may know the first 2, but you haven't mastered them. And why you need regular clones is so you can pass the academy test. Naruto agreed that what he said made sense, but he still didn't like it. Minato then told him that they would first work on the substitution jutsu because of its ability to maybe save your life. Minato then picked up an object off the floor, used the substitution jutsu to dodge all of these. He threw the object at Naruto at a very high speed, which Naruto was barely able to dodge. After dodging, Minato threw another one at him while in mid-air. Not being able to use the substitution again because of the time it took for hand signs, he was smacked with the object. After landing on the ground and getting up, Minato spoke. We will do this until you can dodge the projectile 10 times in a row, or you can dodge 5 with no hand signs, whichever comes first. Before Naruto could respond, another object smacked him in the head. After a while, he used the jutsu to dodge 5 times in a row without using hand signs. Although he was barely able to do it, Minato decided to move on. The next jutsu they would be working on was the clone jutsu. Because he knew shadow clones, you would expect him to be able to do this. but he still couldn't. It really seems you can't do it yet. We will continue to grow your chakra control, and we can try again later, Minato said, looking at the clone. It was as white as a ghost. Minato next told him to work on the transformation jutsu to try and look just like him. His transformation was already decent, so it didn't take him long to make a very impressive imitation. Very good job today. It's getting late, so go to bed. You have to go to the academy tomorrow. Realizing how late it was, Naruto ran off to bed. He didn't want to be late. Iruka and Tobirama would yell at him. And just like that, 1 month had passed. Naruto was sitting in the classroom next to Shikamaru. They had been seated together on the first day. Shikamaru called it troublesome, but who cares what that Lazius thinks? Hey Shikamaru, how are you? Tired, responded Shikamaru lazily as always. Come on, you were tired yesterday, retorted Naruto. Wow, it's almost as if being tired can happen more than once. Who would have thought, replied Shikamaru in a fake surprised tone as he let out a chuckle. Whatever, what do you like to do for fun? Although they had been sitting together for almost a week, they never really spoke to each other. Sleeping. Naruto was starting to get annoyed. What about when you're awake? I try to sleep. Naruto took a deep breath, trying not to kick the shit out of this Lazius right now. Not too long after Iruka started the lecture, Shikamaru went to sleep as soon as it started. Normally Naruto would tune out. The lectures from Tobirama were enough for his brain. But this lesson was about the Hokage, so he would listen. Right now Naruto was still at the bottom of the class. The reason was that Tobirama said that if he rose up too fast, he would arouse suspicion, so Naruto would raise up slowly. But Tobirama also said to not go too high and to stay around the average, so he could have some alone time. The Hokage didn't follow him to school, other than occasionally Minato. Iruka was reading some part when he asked a question. Does anybody know what unique ability the first Hokage had? Naruto's hand shot up faster than a bullet. He used wood style. Iruka was pleasantly surprised Naruto knew the answer. Good job Naruto, that's correct. Oh my god, Naruto knew something. The world's about to end. The whole class started laughing. Of course I'm going to know this. I have to be Hokage. The whole class started laughing. Ha, you think you can be Hokage over my Sasuke? No way. Naruto was annoyed every time Sasuke was brought up. He doesn't even want the job. There is no way he'll be Hokage. Naruto whispered, but the fangirls heard it and fumed with anger. A loser like you shouldn't even be able to say Sasuke's name. You know nothing. There's no way a demon like you could become Hokage over Sasuke. Nobody believes it. These comments were thrown around like there was no tomorrow until Shikamaru responded. I believe Naruto can become Hokage. The whole room was shocked, especially Naruto. Do you really think he can become a Hokage over a better ninja like Sasuke? I thought the Nara clan was supposed to be a bunch of geniuses. Shikamaru just sighed, ready to spit some wisdom. Nobody here in this room can become Hokage, yet. We are academy students. The Hokage would put us around the same level as a rock. If Naruto seriously wants to become Hokage, I believe with enough hard work he could achieve his goal. When he grows up he will probably surprise you. I believe that Naruto-kun can become Hokage too, said Hinata with the loudest, most confident way she could. Naruto was so shocked. He never met anybody other than the Hokage ghosts who believed in him. This was awesome. He was extremely happy. Hey Shikamaru, want to get some ramen with me after school? Sorry. I would, but I have clan training today. Maybe Hinata will want to go. Yeah, that's a good idea. Shikamaru knew Hinata had a crush on Naruto, and would try his best to put them together. He and Hinata were decent friends after all. Iruka carried on with his speech until school was over. Once it ended, Naruto went up to Hinata. Hey Hinata, would you like to get some ramen with me? I asked Shikamaru and he said no. So it will just be us two if you're okay with that. Hinata froze. Just us two? At a restaurant? By ourselves? Isn't this a date? Hinata became as red as a tomato and fainted onto the floor. Hinata! Screamed Naruto, worried about his classmate. He shook her around hoping she would wake up. After she woke up she built her courage and agreed to go with him. It didn't take them long to end up at the Ichiraku ramen shop. Once entering, Chuchi greeted Naruto and was surprised to see him with Hinata. What will you be ordering today? Miso ramen, Naruto responded. I'll have shoya if you serve that, said Hinata, barely getting her words out. Chuchi went to the back and started making the ramen. Noticing Naruto with a girl came out ready to get some juicy details. She started asking how they met and other things people would ask. She would continuously tease Hinata, making her turn red. This continued until the ramen came out. They both ate it very fast. Naruto was surprised to see Hinata eat like that. Naruto wanted another bowl, but Tobirama said to save his money to buy chakra blades, so he couldn't get any more. He didn't want to deal with Tobirama when he was mad. Both Naruto and Hinata parted ways, and Naruto went home. Upon returning he noticed he was running out of food. He began eating vegetables and fruit along with other things. It was either that or get rid of his orange clothes which he didn't want. He grabbed the money he would need for groceries, transformed into a normal-looking kid, and walked out. Once in the store, he found what he needed: eggs, lettuce, beans, and beef. He bought the food and went home to cook. Minato and Hashirama were teaching him how to cook. They said it was a good life skill. Minato was a much better cook than Hashirama, but Hashirama wasn't too bad. He cooked himself a taco salad, one of his favorites. It wasn't as good as ramen, but it was good. His schedule was pretty similar every day. Naruto would wake up, do his morning routines with the Hokage, go to school, come home, train with the Kage, eat and sleep. He did this every day, and suddenly it was time for graduation. Naruto was sitting in his class, and he had arrived early because today was graduation day. He was surrounded by the 3 Kage. Normally they wouldn't come to school, but because today was special they decided to come. Iruka was giving the instructions on how the exams would work. One of the proctors will call your name. Once it is called, come into the exam room and you will perform the following jutsu: transformation, substitution, and clone. After performing the jutsu we will tell you if you passed or not. You could feel the excitement in the school. Everyone was excited, even Sasuke. Naruto was now in the middle of the ranks, so he was expected to pass. But many thought he would never pass any genin test. Everyone lined up on the wall outside the classroom ready to do the test. Not long after coming outside, one of the judges called the first name. Will Shikamaru Nara please come in? Shikamaru, who was half asleep, woke up and went inside. Only a minute or so after Shikamaru came back outside with a shiny headband on. Nice job Shikamaru, said Naruto, who was happy for his friend. Thanks Naruto. Hope you pass, he said walking out. Will Sasuke Uchiha please come in? All the girls squealed like pigs after hearing his name. Not even 30 seconds of going in there he was already out of the building with a Konoha headband on. Oh, I knew my Sasuke would never fail, screamed Ino. What do you mean? He is my Sasuke, Ino pig. Shut up billboard brow. They then got into an argument yelling at each other. Lots of other people got called. Now there were only 10 or so left. Will Naruto Uzumaki come in? The judge said, making sure to exclude the please. Naruto recognized it, but ignored it. He was just some unknown chunin who would never become anything more. Naruto walked in after being called once and he could see all the judges, except Iruka, were glaring at him with hateful eyes. But Naruto doesn't care. Iruka spoke up. Naruto, could you show us the transformation jutsu, please? Naruto put both his hands together and charged his chakra up, then used the jutsu. A puff of smoke came up, impairing their vision. Once the judge's vision came back, they saw a perfect replication of Iruka in front of them. If he wasn't beside them, they would have believed Naruto was Iruka. Most impressive Naruto. Now onto the substitution jutsu. I will throw this kunai at you, and you must dodge using the substitution jutsu. Iruka then threw the kunai at Naruto. The kunai was very slow, so it wasn't difficult to track it. Without the use of hand signs, Naruto switched places with an eraser in the room. All of the judges were once again surprised. Most academy students needed the use of hand signs. Once again impressive Naruto. But now the hard one, the clone jutsu. Make as many accurate clones you can. Naruto put his hands together and suddenly more than 30 clones came out. They were not exact, but was still very worthy of a passing grade. Well, Naruto counts me impressed. Here you go, Iruka said, handing him a headband. Mizuki beside him was extremely pissed. It's fine, my plans are not done. Maybe I can just change them, yeah. Once outside, he waited for Hinata. They had been going to get ramen more lately, and he began to enjoy her company a lot. Minato had considered telling Naruto to ask her out, but decided against it. As it turned out, Hinata was the last one out. They were going to talk on the way home, but before they left, Mizuki came in front of Naruto. Hey Naruto, because of your excellent performance we have decided you can participate in the secret test, Mizuki said. Naruto knew it was all bullshit. If there was a secret test, there was no way they would give it to a demon like him. But he decided to listen anyway. Wow, what's the test? Naruto said, being fake excited. The test is to steal the scroll of seals. Naruto was about to walk away until Tobirama intervened. Don't leave. We can use this. In that scroll, there is the multi-shadow clone jutsu. We can use that to justify how you learned it. But you might want to tell Hiruzen first. Naruto understood and nodded. Okay, I will do it as fast as possible, he said, ditching Hinata and heading to the Hokage tower. In Hiruzen's office, the third Hokage was relaxing and thinking of teams to put together. I think if I put Naruto and Sasuke on the same team, it will help them both. Naruto wants to catch up to Sasuke, which will make Sasuke have to work harder to stay ahead. Yes, this is what. His thoughts were interrupted by Naruto coming in. Oh, hello, Naruto. What's going on? Naruto then described what Mizuki had told him and what he planned to do. While this was happening, the Hokage were all disappointed in Hiruzen, especially Minato. Please, Hokage, let me fight him myself, plus I can see if I could learn any jutsu from it. Naruto was trying to hint that he would learn the multi-shadow clone jutsu. If that's what you want, I will let you fight him, but I will have a Jounin on standby. Naruto nodded. Hiruzen then handed Naruto the scroll, and Naruto left. Naruto then went into the forest to wait for Mizuki. He would use his chakra blades, but he didn't need them for somebody as weak as Mizuki. About an hour later, Mizuki showed up. Good job, Naruto, you got the scroll. Now give it. Mizuki said as he threw a giant shuriken at Naruto, who acted like he could barely dodge. Huh, not bad, demon brat. This scroll seems cool. I think I'll keep it, Naruto said in a joking tone. Huh, a demon fox like you has no right to have that. You know why they call you that? It is because you have the demon nine-tailed fox inside you. It must suck to be a fox. Mizuki expected shock from Naruto, but instead got laughter. You think I don't know? Naruto seriously couldn't hold his laughter back. Now Mizuki was shocked. How did he know? While Mizuki was shocked, Naruto was thinking, I could use Genjutsu to take him out. Or maybe Taijutsu. Nah, let's go with the shadow clones. Naruto then created 100 shadow clones. Now see how I deal with traders of Konoha. All the clones jumped at Mizuki as the real Naruto only watched. After a few moments, Mizuki was in a state no person should ever be in. He didn't take traders nicely. Once the fight was over, the Jounin jumped out. It was nobody Naruto recognized, so he walked away. He needed sleep tomorrow. He would get his team in Jounin-sensei. After beating Mizuki, Naruto went home to rest. The next morning he woke up early. He had already passed the test from the Hokage. It wasn't really a test, they just all had certain criteria to meet, which he met. He made sure to pack his gear for quick battles. He still had his orange outfit, but modified it a little to be more appropriate. They had places to hide special half kunai in the shirt. It also had some light armor for protection. He had heard about the genin tests and wanted to be ready just in case. He was bringing his chakra blades, half kunai, and shuriken, and some sealing scrolls filled with water. He didn't know many water jutsu, but he knew some. He wasn't great at seals, but could make some simple ones to help, so he brought some along. After checking his stuff again, he walked to the academy. Once he got there, he realized he was surprisingly not the first one there. Even Shikamaru was there before him. The Hokage had followed him to school again today to see his team and sensei. After not sitting for a very long time, Iruka began calling out the teams. Team 8, Kiba Inyazuka, Hinata Hyuga, and Shino Eburon. Your Jounin sensei is Kurenai Yuhi. All of Team 8 stood up and walked over to Kurenai, who just popped up and left. Team 10, Shikamaru Nara, Ino Yamanaka, and Choji Akimichi. Your Jounin sensei is Asuma Saratobi. All of Team 10 stood up and walked over to Asuma, who had just popped up. They greeted themselves and left. Iruka then spoke again. Team 7, Sakura Haruno, Naruto Uzumaki, and Sasuke Uchiha. Your Jounin sensei is Kakashi Hatake. Sakura started squirming and screaming, take that Ino, she yelled in her mind. Naruto didn't say anything, and a smile went across Sasuke's face. This was for two reasons. One was Kakashi. He was only second to the Hokage and the Sannin in terms of power. He expected no less to teach an Uchiha. The second reason was Naruto. He didn't necessarily like Naruto, but he respected him. The reason was, one, he had matured, and two was he had significantly grown in strength, and was better than most people in the class. Minato, however, was very surprised. He never took Kakashi as the type to have a genin team. Team 7 expected Kakashi to pop up soon, but he never did. Minutes turned into hours, and Naruto couldn't shake the feeling he was being watched. He finally had enough. We are being watched, most likely by Kakashi. Sakura huffed. Shut up, Naruto. You just want to look cool in front of Sasuke, she said, sticking her tongue out. Naruto just ignored the idiot girl. She would probably die on a D-rank mission. Kakashi, who was in the roof above them, however, was very surprised. He sensed me. Impressive. Suddenly a kunai came through the roof boards, landing next to him. Having already been figured out, he jumped down. Hello. How are you, my cute little genin? Both Sasuke and Sakura were surprised to see Kakashi jump down. Sasuke thought he was just getting ahead of himself, and Sakura had thought he was just trying to impress people. But they were both wrong. After Kakashi jumped down, he told all three of them to follow him outside. Once outside, Kakashi spoke. Let's introduce ourselves. I'll go first. My name is Kakashi Hatake. I am 26 years old. I don't know my dream. My likes are reading, and I have many others. My dislikes are idiots and also many others. Now you. Sakura went first. My name is Sakura Haruno, and I am 12 years old. My likes are Yua. My dreams are Yua. And I dislike Naruto. Her whole Yua. Parts were all towards Sasuke. Naruto decided to go next, knowing Sasuke wouldn't. My name is Naruto Uzumaki. I am 12 years old. I enjoy training and eating ramen with Hinata. Cooking is also pretty fun. I dislike people who are useless and don't do anything. My dream is to become Hokage so everybody will respect me. Sasuke then went next. My name is Sasuke Uchiha. I hate a lot of things and I don't particularly like anything. What I have is not a dream, because I will make it a reality. I'm going to restore my clan and destroy a certain somebody. Kakashi nodded at all of them. Itachi Uchiha, right? Sasuke glared at Naruto. The one you want to kill is your brother, right? Sasuke only nodded and then walked away. But before he could, Kakashi spoke. Everybody go to training ground 3 at 6 AM tomorrow. We will have our genin tests then. I wouldn't eat breakfast if I were you, quote, he said, then body flickered away. Sakura freaked out. What do they mean genin tests? Naruto was the one who responded. It's up to the jonin if they have the test or not. The genin test is a test to see if the jonin thinks you are strong enough to be a genin. How do they test? Sakura was scared, even she knew she was useless. I don't know, it changes on the sensei. Naruto then walked home, cooked some food and trained, and then went to bed. In the morning he woke up, ate breakfast, and went to training ground 3. Once arriving he noticed he was the first one there. Noticing this he started warming himself up. The Hokage was there but wouldn't intervene. After warming up he came back to the meeting spot. Seeing the others were there, including Kakashi. You're late, Naruto, screamed Sakura. Naruto just rolled his eyes and sat down. Kakashi then explained the test. You 3 will each be trying to steal one of these 2 bells. The one who doesn't will be sent back to the academy. I don't care who you are. You have until noon. After the instructions ended, all 3 of them jumped away to hide. After hiding, Naruto sent out a shadow clone to test Kakashi's abilities, strengths, and weaknesses. The shadow clone went in front of Kakashi with a kunai in each hand. Without warning he attacked. He used the best taijutsu he could to see the extent of his abilities. Naruto threw a punch which was caught by Kakashi, who was still reading his book. Naruto then twisted around and attempted to kick Kakashi, who pushed him to the ground. The falling Naruto then sent his legs up and wrapped around Kakashi, and did his best to flip him. Although his body was good from working out, he still couldn't bring down somebody like Kakashi. Kakashi punched Naruto's clone, who disappeared. So the kid knows shadow clones, Kakashi said while being annoyed. Sasuke and Sakura were shocked. What were these mysterious clones? Naruto noticed it would be extremely hard to steal a bell in hand-to-hand combat, so he tried something else. He used the strongest Genjutsu he knew, which wasn't much, to try and see if he could get Kakashi. But such a low-rank Genjutsu couldn't do anything against Kakashi. Naruto grunted. This was troublesome. He wasn't about to waste his chance with Jutsu, and instead decided to use what was around him, Sasuke and Sakura. He quickly found them both and gathered around them. Hey, guys, I have a plan. Sasuke and Sakura didn't even notice him there, and were shocked to see him. Huh, like you could have a plan, shouted the worthless Sakura. Shut up and listen. Sakura, you will attack Kakashi and try to hold on for a few seconds. Then Sasuke launch a fireball, and I will combine my wind jutsu with it. Sakura wasn't on board, but after Sasuke told her to do it, she was up for it. Sakura went out and attacked Kakashi. It hurt to watch how terrible she was. As expected, she was immediately kicked away onto the floor. Sasuke then launched a fireball, and Naruto used a wind jutsu to combine them. The fire got much larger and engulfed Kakashi, but he used substitution to get out. Naruto didn't expect that, but wasn't too surprised either. All 3 of them attacked at once. Naruto took out his chakra blades and began attacking, with the others attacking also. While Kakashi was reading, Naruto noticed an opening. He threw his chakra blade powered by wind, which cut through the ropes the bells were hanging on. The bells fell and Naruto dove to grab them. Both of the bells fell into Naruto's hands. Kakashi was shocked. Never in a million years thought the bells would be taken. Well, congratulations, you all pass, he said while smiling. Good teamwork. All 3 of them, even Naruto and Sasuke, had happy expressions. They were now shinobi. Whack! A small cut made by a blade slashed across a tree. Sasuke was panting heavily. Right now he was the only one on the team who didn't know the tree walking technique. After the bell test, Kakashi recognized this team's power and decided to train them seriously. That's enough, Sasuke. Try sparring with Naruto a little. Sasuke nodded to Kakashi and walked over to Naruto. Want to spar? Said Sasuke, interrupting Naruto's training. After fighting and training together for this past week or so, Sasuke knew Naruto was stronger than him. The Hokage had finally stopped following Naruto everywhere, and began only training him at home and becoming more lax. Sure, I want to test out a new jutsu. They soon started the spar. Sasuke wanted to keep his distance, but Naruto's speed did not allow that to happen. Because it was a spar, Naruto couldn't use his weapons, so resorted to hand-to-hand combat. His punches alone were strong and fast enough to dominate Sasuke easily. Sasuke was only able to block or dodge 1 or 2 of the 30 punches. One of the punches sent him flying, which Sasuke took advantage of and launched a new jutsu he learned. This jutsu was fire style. Fire Dragon Bullet. A blast of fire came out of his mouth, burning everything in its path. Naruto, seeing this jutsu coming, undid one of his water scrolls and performed 3 hand signs and launched a jutsu called Water Style. Raging waves, water gushed out of Naruto's mouth like a waterfall, stopping the fire jutsu. Although he didn't like Water Style because fire was the most popular affinity in Konoha, he decided to put a little effort into it. Naruto then ran back at Sasuke and threw a fake punch to make him guard. He then swept his leg, making him fall to the floor. Better luck next time, Naruto said as he went back to training. With Sakura, Kakashi was planning on teaching her Genjutsu. With her low chakra reserves and level of chakra control, it would be perfect for her. Although he was no master in the art of Genjutsu, he knew enough to teach a weak genin. Kakashi had already taught her how to break out of simple Genjutsu, but she would still need more practice. Right now he was teaching her a simple C-rank Genjutsu. It could be very valuable on their first C-rank mission. He was teaching her the Genjutsu's Slime Mind Effect technique. This Genjutsu causes the target to travel around in circles. If the ninja was unable to detect the illusion quickly, they can become exhausted mentally and physically, because they are unable to reach their desired target by traveling along the same path over and over. It would not work well against many shinobi, but against bandits and such it could be very powerful and lead to a silent death. Even if Kakashi didn't like death, he knew it came with the job and everybody must be prepared to do so. He wasn't worried about Naruto or Sasuke, but Sakura wouldn't take it too well, so Genjutsu might ease that a little. Before he could continue, Kakashi heard a huge explosion over where Naruto and Sasuke were. Kakashi told Sakura to stay still and he left. Once arriving at the scene, he knew what had happened. "Naruto, you dumbass, what were you doing?" yelled Sasuke, who got caught in the explosion. What caused the explosion was Naruto trying to pull off a B-rank jutsu and failed, creating a huge explosion. The jutsu probably was a large area attack, and Naruto couldn't contain it. Kakashi sighed and jumped down. He sent a clone to call Sakura back. "Hey guys, we should probably do another D-rank mission. Don't want to slack off, do we?" They all groaned. Doing D-rank missions were not only a waste of time, but also a waste of energy. Naruto knew they could get it done faster by using clones, but Kakashi said that wasn't allowed, because D-ranks are supposed to be miserable. Why should you get an easy way out? As Kakashi said, they walked over to the Hokage Tower to get the so-called mission. They were in the mission room awaiting instructions. The Hokage handed them all a scroll with writing on it. This is what it read. Mission: clean up the Inyazuka kennels rank. E-rank paid for description: clean up the loose fur and other leavings of the Inyazuka dogs. Naruto was trying his best not to scream at the old man for being such a jerk. Who would possibly want this? If they didn't get a C rank soon, he might have to act like a child, which he didn't like. They soon walked over to the kennels and waited for the mission assigner to walk out. Soon a woman walked out, probably an Inyazuka. "Hey, brats, make sure to clean them good. They're extra sloppy." You could see Sakura doing her best not to puke. Team 7 walked into the kennel, and the smells instantly got to their noses. It was one of the worst things he ever smelled. It only took them 2 hours to clean the mess up. She was right, they were extra sloppy. After reporting back to the Hokage, they went to train again. In the middle of training, Kakashi came up and told him they needed to talk about something. "So, what so you want to talk about, sensei?" Kakashi soon responded with something that shocked him. "So any ideas?" Naruto thought about it for a second. Maybe a transformation or Genjutsu could do it. We would have to make it scary though. "Okay, good idea. I'll think some more. If you need my help, let me know." "Will do, sensei," Naruto said as Kakashi left. It was soon the next day, and they again went to the Hokage Tower to get a mission. The mission was to clean up the trash on the side of the road. This was it. "Old man, we need a C-rank mission. We are ready for it. I know 3 C-rank jutsu. Sasuke knows 2, and Sakura knows a Genjutsu. Plus Kakashi is an S-rank shinobi." Everyone on Team 7 thanked Naruto inside their head, even Kakashi. "Well, Kakashi, what do you think?" Kakashi acted like he thought for a second, but already knew the answer. "I believe they are ready. Here is inside." "Okay, your mission will be to escort a bridge builder to the land of waves. His name is Tazuna." After that, Tazuna walked in and looked at the kids. "Great, I asked for ninjas, but get brats instead. I thought Konoha was strong." "I guess not." That struck a nerve in Naruto. "If you ever speak about Konoha like that again, I'll kill you," Naruto said in the scariest voice he could while emitting killing intent. "Calm down, Naruto. I will talk to Tazuna. You guys get some rest and be ready in the morning for the mission." Kakashi then walked off to talk with Tazuna. It was the next day and Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke were waiting for Kakashi and Tazuna. It wasn't too long after that they came. Normally Kakashi would have no problem being late, but a mission was different. "Let's head out. We should complete this as fast as possible." The journey continued for a couple of hours before Kakashi saw a puddle of water. It had not rained in a while, so it was very out of place, and Kakashi noticed it instantly. He then thought without alerting anyone apostrophe, highly unlikely a Jounin would make this kind of mistake, probably Chunin. I will step in if needed, but I need to see my team's level of combat. Naruto also noticed and was ready to attack at any moment. Sure enough, as soon as the group walked past the puddle of water, two shinobi jumped out. They were about to attack with their iron claws, but before they could, Naruto cut their throats with his chakra blades. Sasuke's eyes widened. He didn't even realize they were there before they were dead. The Chunin wanted to attack Kakashi first, but were killed before they could. Kakashi was surprised. He thought Naruto or Sasuke might hesitate, but Naruto killed without a second thought. This somewhat worried him. Kakashi congratulated them. Good job, well Naruto at least. Kakashi then turned to Tazuna, the bridge builder. We need to talk, he said in a serious tone. What do you mean? Tazuna tried to act innocent. You lied about the mission, what's going on? Did you set us up? Kakashi highly doubted this, but it worked as an interrogation. No, I swear I didn't. Then what? Kakashi said in a loud booming voice. Fine, the real reason I hired you was because a man named Gato is after me. Kakashi was confused. Gato the businessman. Tazuna nodded. Why? Tazuna then explained the situation. He has pretty much created a monopoly on trade by choking the country. The bridge is threatening his monopoly, so he wants to destroy it, and the Land of Waves wants help but didn't have money. What a tricky situation, thought Kakashi. He then turned to Team 7. So, do you want to continue? All of them nodded. They didn't want to fail this and go back to Dranks. After agreeing to continue, they moved on. Now Kakashi really wanted to get moving. He had a bad feeling about this. Night soon fell and they had to continue in the morning. The next day Kakashi told his team to be more alert, but not too alert as to make it obvious they were alert. While they were walking, suddenly Kakashi yelled out, "Get down." The three genin jumped on the floor. Kakashi didn't have time to duck and decided to deflect the blade. The blade spun fast at him, and Kakashi put his weight on the front of the blade, making it fall in front of him. Zabuza on the side didn't expect Kakashi to be able to do such a thing. He knew how heavy the executioner's blade was. Zabuza was surprised when he saw not Kakashi, but a brat in a bright kill me orange. He expected the kid to be a joke, but was surprised once again when Naruto dodged his punch and slashed his arm with a kunai. Zabuza then threw another punch which made Naruto jump back to the others. Nice to meet you, Kakashi of the Sharingan, said Zabuza as he used the hiding in the mist technique. Mist filled the area, and Kakashi didn't bother introducing himself and used his Sharingan to scan the area. Naruto and the other two were guarding the client Tazuna. Naruto's senses were going off and was searching for Zabuza. He had already taken out his chakra blades and was ready to use them. Suddenly he felt Zabuza behind Sakura. He sped to the other side, in front of Sakura, and blocked the attack. The force of the attack had sent him skidding backward a little. Then Kakashi shoved a Rakiri at Zabuza, who blocked it with his blade. Sasuke launched a fireball at Zabuza, who dodged it. Naruto ran for a close-range battle, but was unable to get a good blow on him. Sakura used a Genjutsu on Zabuza. This stunned him for a second as he was not good at Genjutsu. Kakashi again ran at him with a Rakiri which was barely dodged again. He jumped on the water hoping to catch Kakashi in a water prison, but before he could, a water bullet made by Naruto came flying at him. He countered the jutsu with his sword. Sakura once again tried putting him in a Genjutsu, but again only stunned him for a fraction of a second. When he came back to his senses, Zabuza saw Kakashi running at him with Rakiri. Suddenly 3 Senbon came flying through the trees. Naruto thought they were headed for Kakashi, so he grabbed them. Kakashi's lightning blade then slammed through Zabuza's heart, killing him instantly. Kakashi then deactivated his Sharingan, which was taking his chakra. Zabuza screamed somebody from the trees. Seeing this person, they thought he looked like a hunter ninja, but that reaction was too strange for that. The hunter ninja then rushed at full speed to Zabuza. Naruto expected this and made 2 clones, and performed his new jutsu, Naruto Stream. The clones used wind to push Naruto off their hands to accelerate him to much faster speeds. With this speed enhancement, he got in front of the hunter and used his chakra blades to attack. He swung down and stabbed into the hunter, knocking them to the ground. Sasuke and Sakura surrounded the hunter ninja, making sure they wouldn't escape. Please kill me. I have nothing to live for anymore, the hunter said in a sad voice. Gladly, Naruto then slit their throat. Kakashi got up grunting. He was a little tired from using the Sharingan. Well, this mission is not over yet. Let's continue moving. He was very proud of his students. They had truly saved him a ton of chakra. They then continued their journey to the Land of Waves. And that's the end of this episode. The series will continue in the next part. So be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share, and comment down below. This really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Thanks for watching. We'll be seeing you in the next part. Check out my other anime videos.